Hi everyone, Jason here, and since Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is already out, I am sure to create a review for this game, being the first game of Gen 9. So for me, I picked Violet, and I certainly enjoyed the game, with new Pokemon and challenges along the way. So let's begin this review. First off, let's summarize the game. The game is set in Paldea, based off Spain I believe, and your character is enrolled in the Naranja or Uva Academy depending on which game you got. There's a so-called treasure hunt, which is more like a Pokemon dissertation because it's like an independent project sort of thing, but it's kind of fake what you have to do. So I think the main thing is to just adventure the region and such. So anyways, your treasure hunt involves 3 main stories to play: Victory Road, Starfall Street, and Path of Legends, which is better to play all of them at the same time. Victory Road, based off that road before the Pokemon League in Paldea, is actually gym challenges. Battling the 8 gym leaders and taking on their test, you battle the baker, the artist, the streamer, the chef, the salaryman, the rapper, the brand designer, and the former snowboarder. Some tests are more fun than others, and you'd be accompanied by Nemona, your official rival / champion, who you see most of the time whenever you're in a gym. After earning all 8 badges comes the Elite Four, as traditional in previous Pokemon games. All of the gym leaders and Elite Fours terrestrialize their last Pokemon, Gen 9 Skimmick, making Pokemons into Crystal and then attacking harder. Then there is Jita, the top champion, whose design is probably based off its star Pokemon, Glimora. I wonder if she's stronger than Cynthia or even Leon. What do you think? Anyways, wrapping up the story arc is the grand battle with your rival, who probably is a bit stronger than Jita. Starfall Streets involves battling the game's antagonist, Team Star, whose purpose is, I don't know really, maybe to ditch class, but certainly not world domination or exploiting legendary Pokemon. There are 5 Team Star bases located across Paldea, and your aim is to take them all down. It's kinda simple. You send your top 3 Pokemon from your party to defeat 30 Team Star Pokemon using the Let's Go function, and finally encounter the base's boss. So the last Pokemon in their base's boss team is a Revavroom, being a vehicle, which is considerably harder to take down. Once you defeat the boss, there is a small flashback of their character, and the story is accompanied by Cassiopeia and Clive, whose real name is Penny and director Clefairy respectively, which both of them you get to battle towards the end of the story. I think the Path of Legends feels more like the biggest story out of the 3, as it centers around the legendary Pokemon, Miraidon and Koraidon. What does the story involve? Well, the protagonist battles Titan Pokemon, which are bigger Pokemon than usual, and they all are located across the region. Each Titan Pokemon stash mystical herbs, which boost the power of the legendary Pokemon and ultimately useful for sandwich making after the credits. So for every Titan Pokemon defeated and every mystical your legendary Pokemon eaten, it will regain some powers and essentially be like HM, where they can dash, jump, glide, swim, and climb across Paldea, giving some convenience to move around the region. And the story is accompanied by Orphan, who wants to help his Mabelstiff, which many would say it's a heart-touching story with the cutscenes and stuff in it. After all 3 stories comes the 4th one, The Way Home. So all 3 characters from each story come together to Area 0, located in the crater of Paldea. Just head to the very bottom and you'll encounter the professors in the game, Tura and Violet or Sada and Scarlet, who in fact are the AIs because the real one died. There's also Paradox Pokemon, which is basically past or future forms of Pokemon, and the legendary Pokemon is in fact a paradox, and which is considerably dangerous. So you get to battle all the future paradox in Violet and past paradox in Scarlet when battling the AI Turo/Sada. Just when Sada Turo is out of Pokemon, they put out a photo and became the PPP, the Paldea Protection Protocol, and put out the legendary Pokemon on your box cover. Go, Kilowattrel! Oh no, it seems that my Pokeball won't work, and you can do nothing except summon Miraidon. So this is when Miraidon fully regains its power, shifting into battle form and terrestrialize themselves, which defeats the opposing Miraidon. And then the end, credits start rolling, and then you get your own free Miraidon or Koraidon at the end. Well, you can also find another copy when you go back to Area 0. So yes, enough said with the summary. Anyways, let's go on to the review. First off, the game was great. Lots of content at the start with different narratives and the choose your own adventure. So there are more new Pokemons in Gen 9 compared to previous generations, including the different forms and Paradox Pokemon. With taking classes and such, it's easier to introduce Pokemon to newer players, since it definitely teaches players things you need to know about Pokemon. There's also lots to explore within Paldea, and sometimes I feel like you could easily get sidetracked with exploring. The picnic function is a fun way to bond with your Pokemon and other players, since you get to make your own sandwich, which has beneficial functions to the gameplay like better encounter rates and even shiny, useful for people shiny hunting. However, there's still glitches in the game, like with the terror rates, and it can be very messy and unfair. But with the terror rates, it's all in a good day's work when defeating them, because it gives you lots of rewarding items, making terror rates a great place to farm items. Another critic I think is the lack of post-game content. Like there's no battle facility or rematches with the gym leaders or Elite Fours, which does not make the game challenging battle-wise. Hopefully, in the future, maybe in that DLC when it's announced and released, the gym leaders and Elite Four can be rematched multiple times, or even be involved in the post-game tournament like in Galar. As someone who plays a lot of Pokemon games, the gym battles in Elite Four is a pushover, and they're very easy to battle since the level gaps between each gym leaders and Elite Fours is not that much. And also the choose your own adventure is somewhat an illusion because there's no level scaling. Because of that, some parts can be challenging whilst others can be very easy. I kinda initially assumed that there will be a level scaling with the gym battles where the level varies depending on your badge, but nope, that Nimble will remain a level 14 regardless of how many badges you have. Personally, I think the names of the Paradox Pokemon is a bit lazy, and kinda expected better rather than calling them Iron Hands or Iron Moth. The Scarlet one, I think, did a little better job, not calling every Pokemon with Iron something. But the Paradox Pokemon does align well with the theme of the game, which is past and future. Anyways, when rating this game, with the ratings, it is calculated by an average of a star diagram out of 5. Therefore, overall, I would rate Scarlet and Violet 3.5. So it's pretty good, and it is indeed a fun game to play, with the opportunity to try out different Pokemons and explore the different areas across Paldea. Even though there are glitches, I hope these glitches can be rectified, and I hope the DLC brings in more challenges and gameplay, and even more fun to the game. So let's end this video here. So as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you in the next one. So bye.